Alright, I think I have my favorite Atlas strategy. It's gonna start down over here where everybody starts. You're gonna head through some June, you're gonna get Expedition, you're gonna get Breach, you're gonna get Legion, you're gonna block out the trash, you're gonna get Abyss, Harbinger, Big Bombs, more Breach, Harbinger, Abyss, more Breach, Abyss, swing over here, more Breach, Abyss, more Harbinger. Then we're gonna get 20 additional points. If you like to use Scarabs, which I don't, it's too much reading, it's too much work, I wanna ulk and go. If you like to use Scarabs, this isn't the strategy for you. Bounce on out, throw a dislike on this video, tell me to go die, and let's proceed. Breach, I like these bad boys. Your maps contain 10% more monster packs consisting of difficult and rewarding monsters. I don't really know how good it is, but it sounds good. And I like the way it sounds, so I put it on. And then I grab these bad boys for more effect. And then this guy, Thorough Exploration. I have a lot of DPS, and these bosses die too quickly for me, so I want them all wisped up. So far, I haven't noticed any reward difference between a wisped boss and an unwisped boss. So it seems like they just got rid of the reward benefit of wisped boss, but I'm putting it on here anyways because I like to fight harder bosses. And then a little bit of Delirium. This is for when I'm not running 100% Delirious map, which I'm doing now. Now some of you might ask, why am I running so much Abyss? For whatever reason, Abyss has been my money maker this league. There's an Abyss jewel that gives minions damage over time. If for whatever, I don't do minions, so I don't really understand it. But it was selling for 10 to 15 divines the entire league. And I've gotten maybe 10 of them. So just for that alone, I've gotten 100 divine from just Abyss. Now, when it was dropping chance to get divine orbs, which I think they got rid of because I haven't seen that in days, but when it was dropping that, the Abyss were also the ones giving me the most amount of divines. I was getting like 30 divines, between 5 and 30, depending on how lucky and how juiced the map was. I think between 5 and 30 divines from these Abysses whenever that would hit. So Abyss has been a boon for me, so I'm going to keep running that Abyss. And that's the strategy. It's worked out real well for me. So I'm going to fight this Drox. Drox obviously has the biggest cocks out of all of these bosses. And he's the tankiest and the thickest and the dummy thickest. All in one. So I'm going to run some Drox with this Atlas strategy. And you be the judge if this is something you would enjoy. It's slow. It's kind of painstaking. Oh, I don't want to do that one because it's Scarabs. For the most part, I don't really read these. I just kind of slam them on. I was abusing a little bit of the strategies that were very profitable early on, but those are all nerfed. And I'm not sure there's a good one yet, so I'm just going to clear out my inventory of those and then rebuild it up. For me, this is an extremely fun Atlas strategy, too. I don't know why, I just really enjoy a more thick map than a thin map. I also enjoy trying to, like, min-max the speed of a map, but I only enjoy doing that if I run the exact same map over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Having to switch between different maps, it's a little rough because I can't always get the map design right, and there's a lot of maps, and it's kind of hard to memorize which map is which. I never really look at the names of the maps. I just kind of run them. And when you're using the Wispy Boys, you gotta kill up to 50% of the monsters in the maps, which I usually do, but I usually fight the boss somewhere before completing all of the monsters. For this, you have to complete all the monsters before you get to the boss room. And sometimes I forget, so I fight my boss on Wisp, and then I feel, you know, a little cucked out. You may think, man, your damage is not that great, but I got like 15 million DPS. I have plenty of damage. These boys are just thick and chunky. Like Moto. Wait, oh, I'm fighting betrayals right now. I gotta read and use words. Not that I actually read, I just look at one that has the plus and then click it. I never learned how to use this league mechanic. I liked when it first came out because it was so damn hard. It was super busted when June first came out. All of these guys did massive chaos damage, and this was at a time when basically everyone just left chaos alone because there wasn't a lot of chaos damage in the game. until, what is it, the Betrayal League? This league came along, and everyone was kind of mad when this league first came along, because these guys were killing everybody, because they all had chaos damage. I swear to it, they all had chaos damage. I'll pick up that loot later. Stupid flag, get out of here. What mods we got? I didn't really read them. 39% increase number of rare monsters. 57% increased critical strike chance. 65% crit multiple. Monsters are X-proof. That might result in a death from a crit, maybe. I don't die too often. You put enough damage to mobs and it'll kill anybody. I had one that was like 150 of fizz to cold and 150 of fizz to lightning. I didn't read it. I popped in. I just get one shot. I was like, what the hell? My build turned off. Nah, this is a hard map. What the hell? That breach closed super quick. I guess you can drop scarabs from like league mechanics, it just won't passively drop. That's good to know. I thought when you grabbed that node that stops the scarabs from dropping, it just disabled it completely, but it only disables the base drop rate of scarabs from the map. Oh yeah, I don't really need that Taste of Hate. I'm gonna put my Bottle of Faith back on. Yeah, one death. Them crits are a little rough. So the maps are very dense. They take a long time. Even not at 100% delirium, they can get pretty dense. That's kind of how I like to run it. Nice and thick. I like a 5-minute map better than a 1-minute map, and this one's gonna be like 10 maybe. Oh, we got a fat boy. Oh no, we have a buff boy, not the fat boy. I wonder if there's like an optimal spot to put the payload. I imagine like right behind him is probably pretty good, but I don't really know. Oh yeah, picking up all that stuff later. Now it's the fat man. Fuck you, fat man. Pulp Fiction. Not hating on the fatties. Well, I am, but I'm hating on the fatties to a Pulp Fiction reference. Oh, this boss is great for this league mechanic. Because the bosses inside of this little... I guess all the bosses... Not all. A lot of the bosses are in an arena where you have to click on. Sometimes the bosses, you just hit a certain point and then you fight the boss and you don't realize it. And you kill them before they get all whisked up. And you want them all whisked up. I don't know why you want them all whisked up. Primarily just so they're harder. Have not noticed a reward difference on a wispy boss. I think I'll do a compilation of a bunch of whisked up bosses that I fight. just hit record before I hop into the boss room, edit it all together. Still 50 remains. Yeah, I've been running this for a little bit, a little hot minute. I've been really enjoying the gameplay, the way it works, the way it handles. Kind of a fan of this Atlas strategy. And this is my favorite content. I typically don't like Abyss that much. I wanted to run it this time just because it was so close to everything else, and it was so easy just to add it into your map. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna add Abyss to my map, I might as well juice up that Abyss a bit. So I juiced it up, and it's pretty damn good when it's all juicy juice. I've gotten a bunch of those jewels that give minions damage over time, and those sell for over 10 divine a pop. I think I've gotten probably 8. That's like 80 divine just from those. Oh, latency. Look at that spike. Oh, it's trash. I hate it. I hate it to the moon and back. Alright, it is boss time, so let's put on our barrage and get rid of the payload. Just in case I get willy-nilly'd. Now these bosses are going to be pretty thick. These bosses will die pretty quick, but that Droxus is going to have a big ol' fatty for me. Even these guys are pretty thick. Normally they die instantly. I guess some wisp give more life than others. I did not want to go in there. There was still stuff to pick up and a boss left. Alright, now we can go to the boss. What up, Droxy? Let's see. Vivid empowered and wild empowered. Oh, I've had him empowered way stronger than this. He's getting wrecked way faster than the last time I fought him all whisked up. Last time I fought him all whisked up, he had so much health. I'm guessing it's the blue one that gives him health, because he's not whisked up blue, he's whisked up gold and perp. And he's just getting absolutely clowned on. Oh, I just got clowned on. I don't know how I got clowned on. I didn't really see it. I was paying attention to his health, but I did get clowned on. I was all talking trash, trying to be cool, and he just let me know. He gave me that beef. He gave me that thick. I couldn't handle it. Oh, I'm still weapon swapped. Kill your little flags. I'm not sure who's my favorite boss out of them. Him and the poison guy are two very well designed bosses. Oh, he didn't drop me nothing. That's the Atlas strategy. You can bounce out. I'm just gonna run around and pick up shit and talk nonsense. If you're in the mood to hear some nonsense, well, let's fucking talk some nonsense. This league has been nuts. This league has been nuts. I've been able to find items on the market that should be 10x what they're selling for. I mean, I've said it in my other videos, but I got this bow for 30 divine. This is a mere tier bow, no matter how you look at it, in other leagues. Any other league, that would be a mere. And I'm getting to use a mere tier bow, and I'm having the time of my life with it. I need to build other builds. I have so many other builds in mind. Oh, look at that latency. Look at that latency. I love this internet. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I don't love it, by the way. I'm being facetious. That's one of the main reasons I have not been streaming almost at all, is I can only do like 30 minutes. And then you get that latency spike, and then the stream cuts out, and it starts a whole new thing. And the one people that's watching me, he bounces out. And now we pick up loot. We pick up all the loot. This one wasn't that rewarding. Didn't hit that well. We'll see at the end what I got. I didn't even notice the abyss. Obviously they were in here, but I didn't see them. It didn't lead to a abyss portal. Now you're gonna want to keep your loot filter at level 4 instead of level 5 when you're doing like a Simulacrum 100, because a lot of the timeless jewels and the breach nodes, they're not showing up. They vanish, and you get quite a bit of them on the ground. How did a white map drop? Oh, I got cartographs. And this map must not have a lot of enemies. I only got to level 8. Usually I'm up in the 10s. Easy. Just didn't get good density. I already went that way. I think I've cleared all the loot. I'm gonna go where that Undertaker armor guy is real quick, just to make sure. And normally I'm running. I'm picking up loot as I go. Yeah, I got all the loot. All the loot. Let's see what we got here. We got any big wins here? Are you a big win? I don't think so. I don't think anyone uses this. Damage with swords. Definitely nobody uses this. Come on. My mic sits right over my keyboard because I can't really see the buttons I hit. Alright, that is the reward. That was the Atlas strategy. I guess I'll pop in one more as a regular. Alt go. Tower's kind of shit. Let's see what we got here. I mean, I might as well run a T-17. Reflect. Can't do reflect. Rare monsters, damage, frenzy, accuracy, spell suppress prevented. That's not gonna work for me. More life, physical damage, resistance, extra chaos. Vulnerable temp chains. I don't want temp chains. Enfeeble, elemental weakness. Frenzy, possessed. Can't be taunted. Action speed. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Rare monsters have 2 additional modifiers. Now this is going to be a wasted T-17 on this Atlas strategy, because you're definitely going to want to use scarabs on T-17. I don't know what scarabs, since they nerfed the scarabs I was using, but you're going to want to be using some type of scarab. And I can't do Maven. You know what? That is a huge waste that I can't do Maven, because I'm not going to be able to wisp them up. I won't do a T-17, because I want to wisp them up. Vault is pretty... Oh, that latency. Boop. You see that little blip? That's super fun. It's dynamite. That's fine. I don't see anything wrong there. 41% more monster life. Oh, you got it, you got it. You made it. You're alive, internet, you're alive. This one will be a lot quicker because it's not a Simi 100. I only got like Simi 50 down here. Big difference 100% Delirious makes. This one's pretty good for this strategy as well, because the boss is really hidden away. So you'll get that more than 50 monsters dead real quick. And the design of this is really nice. Man, the density is trash. The design of this map I like a lot. You just do a little square, and then you cut up the mid. I don't have any sacred groves. I don't have any harvest nodes selected, but I don't have it blocked out. So it's nice to get harvest every now and then, because being able to have some juice to re-roll things like elemental resistances if you mess around with gear and build a lot like I do. But sometimes the enemies hide and I just leave. If the enemies hide, I leave. I mean, why would they do that? That is an anti-fun game mechanic. Like, why would they pick enemies that burrow into the ground and make you wait? The only reason I can think of is to keep you playing the game longer. But, man, it's awful. It's really bad game design. You want a game where you can fight the enemies, not have the enemies hide underground. Oh, come on, let me over there. There's so many. There's so many. Ah. Alright, Breach. I mean, Abyss. I talked you up. You better show up. I've been talking Abyss up this whole time. You better buck up. You better get me down into the Abyss zone. Let me fight the Shroud of the Lightless monster and give me that jewel that sells for 10. Aw, I just got a trove. Abyss, you're a failure. Talk all that mess about how good you are and you just disappoint. I'll pick up the loot later. I just think these league mechanics synergize super well with each other. They're all designed around giving you more monsters. And they all just kind of like, you touch them, you fight more monsters, and then you move on. I like it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun to run this kind of an Atlas strategy. And you're not using scarabs. You don't have to put scarabs in your Atlas map device. You just hit a map with an alchemy, throw it into the box. Alright, it's got to be in that one corner over there. Oh, actually, there's monsters ahead. Oh, but there is a whole thing. Right there. Yeah, Rod. I never read them. I don't need to. Oh, latency. I logged like 3 tickets a day to Cox, who is my internet provider. Oh, latency. And I work remotely, and it cuts out my VPN. I think I'm gonna have to break my lease and move, because the internet here is so bad. And it's the outside box. I have 4 modems. I've tried all 4 modems. I've tried 3 routers. It's the outside box. They came and looked at it, and like, yeah, it's old. It overheats. And then it shuts down. Fucking fix it. Let's see. Am I at 50? Yes, I am. I don't need to switch to Barrage, but I want to melt this guy's face right off. Oh, that latency. Latency adds a nice little challenge to the game. Oh, this guy's whisked up real nice. Yeah, he's got the blue wisp. I think the blue wisp gives you more life. Look how thick that guy is. I didn't even know I can get those. Alright, well that is the Atlas strategy. That is all. I just wanted to show the strategy that I'm enjoying in case anyone else wanted it. Let's take a look at what it looks like again. Whoop, whoop. Just do a little zigzag, all around there. Now, you can do some variations, obviously, however you feel. I almost went and got these ones, but the increased monsters is nice. I don't really know what this Stygian Spires. Is that the treasure chest? I don't really care about this one right here. And I don't really want Abyss Scarabs. And I'm not even sure if that'll work because of Unwavering Vision. Not positive. So that's why I didn't go down there. If you don't want to do destructive play or thorough exploration, you can then do blue buff right here. You can even swing over to red buff just by teleporting. There's a lot of different variations. But Abyss, Breach, Legion, and Expedition. They're all in the same zone. They all work very well together. They're all over here on the left, so you don't need to worry about pathing over this way. And then you can just block out the trash. It's a good Atlas strategy in my unhumble opinion. All right, talk to you later.